Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. We're going to have a mostly dry day today, and it's going to be pretty warm too. Those temperatures will climb into the 90s, and that comes with a bit more humidity as well. It's because we're underneath this warm front, stationary front, whatever you want to call it, some kind of boundary that separates the hot and humid air from the relatively cooler and less humid air to the north. Meanwhile, not as hazy today either, so that's some good news. Air quality not looking too bad. But as we go into this evening, that stationary boundary is going to settle into near Highway 20. Some storms are going to develop off of it in north central Iowa, probably early this evening, about 5, 6 o'clock. And then those will track along the front into our northwestern counties by about 6 or 7 p.m. And from there, they'll maybe grow out a little bit. They'll become scattered for areas north of Highway 30, and initially as they're moving in, a chance for them to be a little bit strong with perhaps some small hail, some gusty winds. I don't think severe weather is looking too likely for us given the time frame of these, but certainly some heavy rainfall could come with those cells. Then as we go past midnight, that first wave pushing out, but north of the front, that's where you're going to get this band of rain to set up, and this looks to be confined to areas along and north of Highway 18. Elsewhere, probably a partly cloudy night, and it's going to be dry. But if you're along Highway 18, that's going to be pretty wet. You get these training thunderstorms, which means the storms are rolling over the same spot, and you can get some pretty impressive rainfall totals. That continues through tonight into early tomorrow morning before it starts to weaken a little bit and then push off into Minnesota. Meanwhile, the front is kind of wobbling around, but most of us are still underneath it for tomorrow. It's going to be warm, it's going to be humid, and that may give us a chance for a pop-up shower or storm. That's what you see through here through Thursday afternoon. Now, if that happens, you could briefly get a heavy downpour, but there's not a lot of wind through the atmosphere, so those will rain themselves out. Basically, they'll go away within 30 minutes. So yes, maybe some brief heavy rain, but it's going to be pretty isolated. I would say most of Thursday night looking dry as of right now, and then Friday, just a very slight chance for 1 or 2 of those pop-up showers or storms. The rain chance as a whole throughout this week, it is dropping, and most of the organized rain, of course, will be north of that front for places like Highway 18 and north. Otherwise, as the storms roll in this evening, there is a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather. But again, I'm not anticipating much on the severe side. New rainfall amounts here. I would say if you're north of this line, basically Highway 18, you're looking at 1 to 2 inches of rain. South of it, it's going to be an inch or less with a lot of spots there. Not seeing any rain at all for this week. So things have certainly dropped with that. But with us being underneath that front for the remainder of this week, it is going to be a little bit more humid. Dew points climb to the upper 50s today, 60s on the way for Thursday and Friday. And then once we get into the weekend, much more comfortable. Those dew points drop back down. Temperatures will come down, and we are looking dry for Saturday and Sunday. But the highs today into the low 90s. Make sure you're drinking water. You're putting on sunscreen. The UV index will be about a 9 today. And with the humidity, yes, you'll notice it, but it won't add to the heat index very much, so that's some good news. Otherwise, for this evening tonight, the storms make their way in. Lows will drop down to the 60s, and then still a warm day tomorrow, except for the far northern counties, a little bit cooler. On the other side of the front, we'll have our highs there in the mid to upper 70s. City-by-city forecast here. You can see the warmth continuing through Friday. Of course, have the humidity too. And then some very on and off rain and storm chances. Again, not looking super impressive for most except for our northern counties. Saturday, Sunday, dry with partly cloudy skies. Highs will be in the low to mid 80s. And then more rain is on the way for Monday and Tuesday of next week.